Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Lacros Thunder e-bike. So yeah, this company called me up and they said, we want you to review our e-bike. And I was like, oh God, here we go. Another e-bike that's manufactured in China. It's probably going to suck. However, not the case at all. This bike is stuffed with so many cool features. It's super comfortable to ride and it performs very, very well and does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. So first things first, as you can tell, this is a big boy bike. It is a very large frame, 26 by 4 inch tires. I'm going to assume that these tires are as big as your dirt bike. So yeah, obviously you can take this off-roading. It has full suspension. In the front you have hydraulic forks and both sides can be fully adjusted. And then it also has a rear hydraulic shock that absorbs the bumps very, very well. So full suspension e-bike, check. 26 by 4 inch tires, check. As far as the brakes are concerned, these are hydraulic as well. So you see what I mean? All the components are super high quality. Besides that, you can use this bike as a cargo bike because this has rear capacity. So essentially, you can put a milk crate back here or something that you can buy off of Amazon, strap it to the rear here, and you can go get groceries, or if you want, you can become a delivery driver with this thing. That makes it kind of like the SUV of e-bikes, doesn't it? As far as powering this bike is concerned, it has a 750 watt motor in the rear. That's pretty typical. Well, typical is 700, but this one's 750, and you can really tell the difference when you're actually on it. That's because it's equipped with a 25 amp controller. Most bikes are equipped with 700 watt motors and a 20 amp controller, and when you're giving a throttle, it's not as playful as something like a 25 amp along with a 750 watt motor. You can really tell the difference because I've reviewed enough of these by now to know. As far as throttle, two different ways of having throttle on this bike, just like any other e-bike these days. Unfortunately, I don't like the half twist throttle on this bike, but it does come with a half twist throttle. I like the full throttle that you would get like a motorcycle. Regardless, this is a super comfortable place to put your hand because the wide grip area here is perfect for your palm when you're resting on it, and then you simply use your index finger and your thumb to use the throttle if you wanted to. Otherwise, you don't have to use this. You can simply pedal assist. The Shimano gear shifter, you can put it up to gear 7, and then it'll take you all the way up to 28 miles an hour. Of course, it has pedal assist. I don't have to tell you that. You probably know that by now. But as far as the LCD screen, very clear, very legible. I have this bike topped up at 100%, and I've ridden it 19 miles so far. So yeah, this is not a first ride. I wanted to get to know the bike before I actually reviewed it. That's why I have 19 miles worth of experience to say this is the best bike I've ever ridden, and I'm not lying about that. And so at the moment we have three quarters of the battery left according to the energy bar. It has a removable 20 amp hour battery that is made by LG. And the great thing about this is that it's fully UL certified, so you don't have to worry about your house burning down. Great. So I just put this thing on pedal assist number 5, and we're in this beautiful park. So let's go ahead and ride it for a little bit. As far as the off-road capabilities of this bike is concerned, Crass is really not off-road, but it's a pretty good indicator of what it would be like in somewhere a bit rougher. As I mentioned before, smooth, very smooth, supple ride. The hydraulic front and rear shocks makes a massive difference on this bike. I've ridden about 20 of these e-bikes by now, so I kind of have a gauge of what's good and what's not. So here we are on a dirt path. So as far as traction is concerned, you got knobby tires, 26 by 4 knobby, thick, super thick tires. So traction, not a problem at all. Now, as I mentioned before, this is a big boy bike. So if you're anywhere between 5'10" to 6'5", 7", whatever, who cares? It doesn't matter how tall you are. You can ride this bike very comfortably. The distance from where I'm sitting to the handlebars are pretty lengthy, so it's not going to feel like you're like right here. There are a lot of bikes that I've ridden that supposedly they're for like larger people, and you can see it in their description. I doubt that the Chinese are going to put these bikes on people and measure them out. They just put those numbers and figures there and hope that people believe them. But take it from me, this is a large bike and it's meant for larger people. But that being said, I'm not a tall guy and I'm not heavy either. and it fits me fine, and I've done 20 miles on it. So far, so good. I like it, and it fits me very well, so it should not be a problem for you either. As far as pedaling the bike is concerned, let's go ahead and put this in the highest gear. Now I'm in gear number 7. 28.4 miles an hour. I've never seen it go past 28 miles an hour. So 28 is the maximum. 28 miles an hour on a bike feels damn fast. And if you ever take it up to 28 miles an hour, I doubt you'll be able to sustain that speed for more than 30 seconds because of traffic, red lights, stop signs, people. Unless you're on a GTA server, then in that case it wouldn't matter, would it? You just run people over left and right. All right, so I'm gonna purposely take this bike off-road. Let's see here. There we go. There's some really there's a lot of bumps here, a lot of dirt, pebbles, rocks, whatever. Yeah, so this is a good measure of how the bike handles. You can hear my voice if it's going in and out, if it's getting choppy or not. And yeah, this bike, man, it takes anything you throw at it. That's what I love. You see this hill right here? We're gonna go up this hill because I want to test out what the hill climb capability of this bike is. Very curious to know what this 750 watt motor is capable of. Hope cars don't run me over. Please don't. I don't make that much money off these YouTube videos. Can't afford hospital bills. Please don't hit me. All right, 17 miles an hour, 16 miles an hour. Pure power, no pedal assist. I'll kick it up to pedal assist if I feel like it's not going to go. But damn, 15.5, 15.6. It's consistent. Energy bar has gone down a little less than half. A little less than 50%. But I think that it'll go back up as soon as we climb back down this hill. It's a lithium battery, and that's what usually happens to lithium. But wow, I am impressed. This is a steep ass hill, and it's doing 16 miles an hour just on pure power, and I'm not even using pedal assist. We're on PAS 5. I don't really think that matters because we're using pure power at the moment. But let's go ahead and kick it up to pedal assist. Let's see if we can go faster than 15 miles an hour. 15.9, 16.3, 16.5, 8, 16.9, 17, 17.5, 17.6. Wow. Guys, like I said, this bike with a 25 amp controller and 750 watts, yeah baby, it's definitely a performer. Let's go ahead and make a U-turn and go back down that hill and regain that juice that we lost. So let's see what it'll do just coasting down this hill. I'm fairly confident because of the beefy 26-inch tires that we're not going to lose traction. But we're doing 31 miles an hour, 33, 34, 37, 36, 37, 38. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm going to slow down. I do 180 miles an hour on my RSV4, and on an e-bike I get to 30 whatever miles per hour, and I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, so that's what I mean, guys. On a bicycle to go over 30 miles an hour is pretty sketch. Anyway, as I mentioned before, thoroughly impressed with that hill climb test. On normal circumstances, the bikes that I test out on those kind of hills, they're like at 8 miles an hour and huffing and puffing up hills like that. And so this is super impressive, guys. As far as pedal assist is concerned, no dead spots on the pedal assist. And unlike other bikes, which I mentioned in my previous videos, not on this channel but on my tech channel, sometimes when you're pedaling with pedal assist, you just keep pedaling and there's no power, and you're like, WTF, man, where's the power? But on this, it's immediate. Like, as soon as you start pedaling, you get power, and it just kind of carries you along, wafts away. Currently just pedaling, that's all I'm doing. Now, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, let's just say that you're riding about 100 miles. Obviously, if you're riding 100 miles, depending on where you're going, you will run out of juice. Can you, hypothetically speaking, run this bike without juice? Let's go ahead and turn it off. Right now, I got no juice. So, we're going to get off this bike. We're going to get back on it so I can show you if this bike is able to be pedaled without having to lose my breath. So, now this is pure pedal. I'm going to go down a notch on my gear. So now I'm in gear number 2. And it feels like a normal bike. Look at that. There's a little hill coming up. And I'm going to go up this hill and see if it's possible. No pedal assist, no power, nothing. The bike is turned off and I'm pedaling. So listen for my breath. If you hear me breathing hard, that means I'm struggling, okay? I'm gonna count to 20 while I go up this hill. I want you to listen to my breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. Got up that hill. Okay. Well, the bike is about 80 pounds, right? 86 pounds to be exact. That's according to their website. I don't know if I believe it. I think it's a little bit more than that, but it does have an aluminum frame. So let's just give it the benefit of the doubt and say it does weigh 86 pounds. So at 86 pounds, you're riding this bike the whole day, and then suddenly you run out of power. What do? Well, I just showed you that going up a slight hill, it's still possible if you put it in a lower gear without power. So what does that tell us? That tells us that this bike is just like a regular bike. It doesn't really take that much more effort to ride this bike than it does something without a battery. Even though it's a big boy, 26-inch tire, 26-inch rim, fat tire e-bike that weighs over 80 pounds. So at the beginning of this video, when I told you guys that I was super impressed with this bike, hopefully now you understand where I'm coming from and why I decided to review it on this channel, because I think this is a really quality product and it probably deserves a little bit of your attention if you're looking for e-bikes. On sale right now for $14.99, and if you guys are as impressed as I am with this bike, I'll include a link down below. Anyway, leave a comment and I'll check you guys on the next episode. Peace.